Welcome to Cards Unboxed. Today we've got a real treat. I was sent a complimentary package to unbox and review from Kingdom Cards. This is the Tuck Box Club. For those who aren't familiar with the Tuck Box Club, it's a monthly subscription box similar to a loot crate, but specifically for playing cards. You pay for a monthly subscription and Kingdom Cards send you the Tuck Box package every month. You've no idea what you're going to receive each month, so the items inside are a complete mystery. But you guarantee at least 2 decks of cards and a third item, which could be an accessory or another deck of cards or both. As well as having 3 or more mystery items, each monthly package is totally themed, so the items and decks follow that theme. The theme's also a mystery until you open the package as well. And let me just apologise up front, for those that haven't already received the May box, I'm going to be spoiling it for you. So the first thing you get is the thank you card from Kingdom Cards. And on the back is all the social media details. I'll put those in the description below. Okay, so we have an envelope advising us to open this before the decks. So this is the revelation of what the theme is for the month. In this case, it's the futuristic vibes. It then goes on to say that each deck has been picked for a particular reason. So the first deck is because it has a 3D design feel and it looks like it's computer generated. The second deck because it has a substantial technological feel. And the third item is described as modern yet ancient. Let's see what else we've got. So I'm pretty impressed with the packaging. It all looks really well protected. There's a lot of paper padding and bubble wrap to protect it all. We have 3 wrapped packets in brown paper, giving it that mystery box feel. But each item has a label on it to tell you where they relate to the theme. So that first one's that artificial design. The second one says Bionic Impact. And the third says modern utility, so that's going to be an accessory, I believe. I really like the way these have all been wrapped in the brown paper. You can see it's been done with a lot of attention to detail too, but the mystery deck approach, it really floats my boat. It kind of looks like the mystery deck by Bad Robot. So what have we got here? The first deck is the Oblique Deck. Well, I don't have that one and I'm not familiar with it, so that's a win already. Let's have a quick look at the box here. Okay, so the ad copy at the bottom says it's designed by Adrian Valenzuela. If you're not familiar, he's done a couple of Riffle Shuffle decks, the Play Dead deck and the Series B deck I've recently unboxed. Both of those have amazing 3D looking artwork, so that bodes well for this deck here. The next deck, the Bionic Impact. Let's have a look what's inside here. Okay, so this is, what's this one? This is it's a Bicycle Bionic Deck. Well, that's 2 for 2 because I don't have this in my collection already as well. So far this one's box has been fantastic. You can quite clearly see the theming there, definitely fits into this futuristic theme box. I'll be unboxing these in a few minutes, so stick with me. So that leads us to the third item, which is what's described as the modern utility. So this feels quite a bit lighter than the other packages, so it might be a card clip or a card carrier. It's a card clip. So that is a TCC card clip. Now if you're not familiar with TCC, they also make those crystal card displays that you can see in the background there that I've got lit up. Their stuff's usually really high quality, so that's 3 for 3. I'm really happy with everything that I've got in this one. Let's have a quick nosy at this. Now I've got a few card clips already, but this one it's much thicker than what I'm used to. And you can see the little TCC logo etched in there. And that brush metal effect is the modern take, I think. This Oblique Deck, as I mentioned before, designed by Adrian Valenzuela. Click on the link here to see the Series B deck he's designed. And a quick Google confirmed that these are crushed stock, printed by USPCC, and they're a limited edition as well. 2,862 decks are made, so it's a relatively small print run. Now then, they're interesting jokers. Looks like 2 identical jokers with this kind of psychedelic multi-layered 3D approach. You can see those little bits of quartz sticking out as well. The drop shadows give the 3D effect and the distortion on the elements are quite interesting. We've got 2 additional cards looking at it. The first one looks like an ad card. Let's have a quick look. Okay, so one of them is just an example of the surreal art that's part of this deck, and the other one is the ad card for Card Cuts, who the producer of this deck. We have a custom ace of spades with the deck name emblazoned on it, and the spades is redesigned to match that abstract theme. It's nice and colourful. All the pips, including the mini pips in the corners, look like they're customised as well. So for the spades, it looks like it's kind of like a partially glitched and partially liquid metal pip. All the pip placement seems pretty standard. Let's have a closer look at what it looks like on the busier cards. Yeah, quite like that. It looks like we've got fully custom courts, doubling down on that abstract surrealism theme. Kind of makes me think of a Picasso painting, or maybe what Picasso would have done if he had Photoshop. We'll have that 3D layering effect too, which is common on Adrian's other decks. Here's the diamonds, and you can see the ace has an enlarged pip on it, and the diamond has more of a liquid metal effect on the top of the bright colours. Yeah, so looking at it, the pip placement is pretty much entirely standard, it's just the design that's altered. Here's a closer look on the 8 so you can see how it looks on a busier card. Back to the courts. I really do like the way these courts are designed. Now onto the clubs. The black pips do seem to have more of a glitchy effect to them, as well as the liquid metal. Let's try and get a bit of a closer look. There you go. And there's the enlarged pip again to show off the pip design a little bit better. Moving on to the hearts. Now, wow, those pips do look really vivid. They're split almost half and half. They almost look 80s inspired, kind of like how 80s movies thought futuristic designs would be. Let's have a look at the back design. Wow, that's really eye-catching. You can see the liquid metal, the glitch colours, the quartz built into it as well. I really like that, thumbs up from me. Moving on to the Bionic Deck now. Now, it's got a very stereotypical futuristic kind of industrial factory machine style design to it. Nothing wrong with that at all. So first we've got a Joker with that blue theming, very sci-fi. And there's also a red one, again quite sci-fi, almost Terminator-like. So we've got two different Jokers. Actually you have four different Jokers. And that then highlights, in this case, the four different suits from left to right. Hearts, diamonds, clubs and spades. So this then is the ace of spades, and you can see that reimagined spade in the top. And the A, which is a very futuristic font style that they've used. That design language follows all the way through, and they do look really similar, which might get a little bit confusing. Yeah, even in the courts there's not a whole lot of differentiation, is there? Might make it quite confusing for a magician to use it for spectators, but would look great for cardistry. And I'm just noticing in the centre there, yeah, the pips are giving the number, aren't they, as well? So there is some difference to them. Yeah, they're 6, the 7, the 8. Okay, and oh right, so the courts also have, well, I suppose they're kind of metallic crowns of different sizes. Yeah, the kings, the queen, yeah, the queen's a bit smaller, and the jack's even smaller than that. So you've got crowns in the centre of them. There's the pips for the clubs. Not massively keen on that redesign of the clubs pip. The upside down one kind of looks like a cross-eyed robot. I'm sure that's not supposed to be intentional. So bringing us on to the hearts, or what's supposed to be the hearts, that pip is a little bit heartsish I suppose, with it being an upside down red triangle. The pips in the centre though, when there's so many, does look a little bit too busy though. Let's have a look at the back design, we've not done that yet. Okay, so it's very similar to the fronts, to be honest, there's not a whole lot of difference. So that's pretty much your lot, the Tuckbox monthly subscription box. So then, what do I think of the Tuckbox Club monthly subscription box? Well, the selections of items were really well thought out for the theme, the packaging was perfect to protect the shipping, and the unwrapping experience was really nice too. The subscription box costs $39.99 in Canadian dollars each month, plus shipping, and in the UK that would have been £32.05 total for me. Now after breaking down the prices of all the things in the UK, it turns out the full cost was worth £42, and I only would have paid £32.05, so absolute bargain. Let me know what you guys think of this Tuckbox Club. Is it something that you'd be interested in? Certainly feels like a step up from a typical mystery deck. I'll put a link in the description below so you can go straight to the site and have a look at what's on offer.